All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Prophetess Deborah in the house. All right, all right. I'm coming with a wonderful message that's going to cover prayer. And you're going to learn what prayer was, what prayer is, and how important to understand what prayer is going to be. Because you're going to find yourself praying with a sincere heart. Because the trouble in the world brings a different heart. It turns a different heart. It makes one dig within and call out for the creator to make a change. Well, Yah wants you to know today the ball was dropped yesterday. And this is why it is what it is today. Lost with the cause and without. So let's get into prayer. What Sister Deborah wants to do is to really cover prayer in a way that you can start having a prayer life. Because do you know prayer is in the life? And life looks for prayer. Did you know that? So we're going to go into Matthew's chapter 6. And let's start with Matthew chapter 6. Let's start with verse 6. Because I want to show you that you had it wrong. Prayer is not about your wants and your needs, your desires. Years ago, I tackled the message on people say, I'm going to pray for you. They have no idea how many times they have lied because they don't understand what prayer is. So they lied not knowing, and many lied knowing, because it's such an escape word. Oh, I pray for you. People who ain't never prayed a day in their life, they'll tell you, oh, I'm going to pray for you. It's just a tradition to say things that make people think that there's some care there. But I'm going to show you that prayer is not what we have seen in time past. It is not a tradition. It is not a way of speaking. Okay? It is not a easy word that can cover a multitude of pain. Oh, I'm going to pray for you. Oh, let's pray for you. Prayer is sincere. And it's coming from a place that we cannot tamper with. Prayer is deeper than deep than deep. You see? And it's higher than high than high. Why? Because prayer is a spiritual thing. Satan has moved in and taught it for hundreds and thousands of years that prayer is an outer being experience. And we have taken it and ran with it, thinking that it's what you call prayer. But prayer is caught up only in the spirit. Because why pray and have no deliverance? And have you it's like you're praying to the four walls. You're in your home, you're in your bedroom, you're in your kitchen, you're in your living room. You're praying to the four walls. And if you're outside and you're praying to the wind. It's when you pray from the inner part of who you are. That's the connection to the spirit. And the Creator is a spirit, and this is how He picks it up. Through the spirit of who you are. Not through your words out of your mouth. not through your emotions, not through your feelings, not through your knowledge, through your understanding, not through your wisdom, but through the Spirit is, was, and shall always be what transfer prayer from your spirit to the kingdom. So many people are praying to serve the flesh, to satisfy the flesh. Many prayers are not reaching the spiritual kingdom because many people have no idea. Prayer is a spiritual connection. It's connected to life. Let's try Matthew chapter 6 and verse 6. It says, Yeshua, but thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet. That means into your spirit, you guys. The closet represents your inner man. Why? Because the way you connect with a creator that is spiritual, the Most High Yah is spirit to spirit. And I say to you, I'm sorry you never knew that. It's not from flesh to spirit. It's from spirit to spirit. So when he says, when in Matthew chapter 6, verse 6, it says, but thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet. The closet is your spirit man. And when thou have shut thy door, don't let your flesh or no one enter in, or nothing, sounds, people on the outside, or everything. Block it out. That's showing you the mystery of prayer. It's spiritual. It's allowing you to enter into a closet, which is your spirit. And your spirit only. It don't mean take your candles. It don't mean take a cushion. Take this. It means go in alone. And then it says, enter into the closet, which is your spirit. And when thou hast shut the door, make sure it's just you. Know how to shut your flesh off. And you can. Real easy. But 99.15 billion knows not how. Because they were never taught. They have never seen. They have never heard. They have never understood that prayer to the Creator, it's only spiritual. Okay? So here it says, and shut the door. Pray to the Father which is in secret. See how he's making it very you, your spirit and his? Secret. And the Father will see it in secret, shall reward thee openly. Why is he rewarding you? Because you're doing it the right way. You're learning how to take your spirit man into the spiritual closet and close it with no other entities or nothing in the closet that is between you and the Father. No candles, no music. Close the door. And then what did he say? And the Father will see it. What is he seeing? The Father is seeing you following his order. He sees us following his orders and shall reward you openly to show you that I heard your prayer from your spiritual heart. Your needs needs, your wants, your desires, your mind, and your heart is caught up in that closet. And he loves the idea that you don't allow that flesh. That's what he's looking at. He see it, that you're learning how to let your inner man, your spirit, commune with his spirit. Now he knows you sincere. Now he knows you doing it right. Now he knows that, hey, someone's in the closet and I got to meet them where they at. He can't meet you, people. When you want to take your flesh, your music, your light, not your light, but people want to make bright lights and dark lights. You have to shut all that out. Just take your spirit in with a desire to hear from the spirit of who he is. And he will, he shall. He's about what he's saying. He say what he is about. He will reward you. That's why he's rewarding you, because you're learning to go and tap into spirit on spirit. That's a mystery, you guys, that has never been taught to the people. The churches stand and say, let's pray, let's pray, let's pray. Everybody wants to pray, but no one understands that this is a spiritual thing that Yah rewards us. That's why he said, don't worry about what you say. Don't be caught up in how to say it and what to say. I'm dealing with your spirit. Let me deal with your spirit. And in me dealing with your spirit, I know your thoughts. I know your wants. I know your desires. I know your needs. Let me show you I can meet you where you are in need. No matter what's going on in your family, you're having a hard time with your family. You're having a hard time on your job. You're having a hard time in your community. You're having a hard time in a lot of areas up in this living. He said, come meet me in life. Praise the Most High Yah. Where the light of who you are reside with the light of who I am, and I will reward you. Because you have learned what it's like to set a meeting with spirit on spirit of Yah, with the spirit of Yah. You're learning how to grip the hem of his garment. Just imagine all those prayers that have come and go. People have prayed in their homes, in their sanctuary, just to see the walls capture it and hold it from the heavens. No matter where you go to pray, you have to take the prayer to the spirit realm. So therefore, you have to come from your spirit to meet up with that spiritual realm. That's your light meeting up with his light. Whoa, what a time in light one shall have. Let's go to verse 7. I like the idea. He said he would reward you openly to show you did it right. You did it. Verse 7. But when ye pray, use not vain repetition, as the heathens do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Exactly. Closing the door, entering in prayer, you have to not speak. Enter in prayer, you have to not speak. It has to be your spirit and your spirit. Your spirit and your spirit. Not your flesh. Matthew chapter 6, verse 7. But when ye pray, use not vain repetition, as the heathens do, For they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. No, it's not what you say when praying. It's what you're doing when you shut this flesh off and deal with prayer from spirit, your spirit, to the spirit of the Creator, He that answered the prayers. How do He answer the prayers? Knowing your needs, your desires, your heart, and your mind. That's showing you how your flesh is not allowed in the realm of prayer with the Creator. For heavens receive it, that which comes through the Spirit, not that which comes through the mouth of the flesh. Okay? Let's go into verse 8. Be not yet, therefore like unto them, for their fathers knoweth things ye have not of, before you ask. So right here, this is what I'm saying. This is, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills because the Spirit is moving in me. The deepness of understanding. It is said in verse 8, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 8, be not ye therefore like unto them. So he's letting you know, stop mimicking. Stop holding the tradition ways. Stop looking like them, sounding like them, doing it like them, acting like them. Verse 8, be not ye therefore like them. Because people, 99.15 billion believe prayer is what you do with your flesh. Prayer is not what you do with your flesh. Because what you do with your flesh cannot touch the hem of the spiritual garment of the Most High Yah. So no, not so. What you say in your flesh and what you do in your flesh cannot reach the heaven and grip the hem of a spiritual Yah garment. Cannot be done. See? So I want you to understand what verse 8 is saying. Be not ye therefore like them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of, before you ask him. Well, I want to stop there. I want to stop there. I want to say this. As an individual that's in my 60s now, okay, I've learned, and I thank the Father first and foremost. I thank him. I thank him for this. Teaching me what he have taught me throughout time. I thank him for that. I thank him for allowing me to live, to know how to apply light with light. Spirit and truth with spirit and truth. What he said in Matthew's, let me get this out again here. I think it was Matthew 6. The ending of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 8, it says, be not ye therefore like unto them, for the Father knoweth. Do you know how that feel? You going into prayer, telling the Father your needs, your wants. You going to prayer, telling the Father how to heal, how to deliver, how to save somebody. You going into prayer, telling him what to do. Now you talking to the Creator. The kingdom. You going into prayer in your flesh with many words trying to tell the kingdom, he that sits on the throne in the kingdom, how you want it done and what you want done. And he says here in verse 8, Father knoweth what thing ye have need of. Therefore ye ask him. It says, for your Father knows what things ye have need of before ye ask him. Your Father, verse 8, knoweth what thing ye have need of before ye ask him. Your Father knoweth what things ye have need before you ask him. Why? Because he's showing you right then. Don't ask me with nothing. Don't ask me for nothing. In the spirit realm, I know your every need. That's how important it is to understand what prayer really is and how to enter in. Closing the door, close your mouth. Closing the door, no candles. Closing the door, no, nothing that's going to, you feel you got to usher you in. But you go into your closet. The closet is your spirit. Shut your mouth. That's shutting the door. Put away candles. Go into the realm of the Father in the spirit realm. And when you go in there, don't forget you close the door. That means close your mouth. He already know what you need and what you need of. That's the purpose of closing the door. Means shut your mouth. Don't come telling me what you need, what you want, what you need to pay. And I already know your every need. I want to just share with you all right there that end part that says, for the Father knows for what we are in need of. That's showing you how closing the door means closing your mouth, closing your mind. Move out the way and let this spiritual conversation take place. When you come out, you will know that you touched the hem of Yah's spiritual garment. And this is where he said, and he will reward you openly. Why? Because he wants you to see the effect. Yah want you to see the effect of you touching rim on rim, your light with his light, your spirit with his spirit. He'll let you and send you a sign through your flesh. Openly, that means open. That you know that you have gripped the hem of his garment. And he have kissed your forehead. Openly will he assure you of that. Openly, meaning letting you know, you're going to know. Because it's going to be in the opening that I have touched you, your spirit, and your spirit has touched mine. So see, prayer is not what you think. Prayer is connected to the breath of life. Prayer is connected to your spirit and your spirit. Prayer is a spiritual thing. Why is it we want to live a fleshly life and expect a spiritual creator to bless our fleshly life? Why is it we want to live and act and conduct ourselves in a fleshly way, and then we want a spiritual creator to hear our heart and our mind? This shows you we had it wrong, and many still gonna continue it wrong. Nothing people can in this day and time is over. That means no one can change no one else's heart, mind, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, emotions, feelings, interpretation, belief. You can't. Only thing can change people is spirit and truth. The ruach that rests within them. Outside of that, don't waste your time. Don't be so hard on people. Let people be where they at. let Yah be where he at in you. And if your light shine, it will reflect those that are around you. It might not take them to a level where they want to be where you at, but just let that light shine. Light shining represent righteous. Light shining represent the Most High Yah in you. Sometimes it takes people to see that in you, to want what you have. Not so much want what you have because of what you saying, what you teaching, what you preaching, what you controlling, what you want to make your way. No. It's what they see, your light shining. So I, Sister Deborah, would like to say unto you, I hope you got something out of that. Understand, true prayer is between your spirit and the Most High Yah. Shalom and shalom.